Hello and welcome to Relationship Academy. Welcome to Relationship Academy. I don't know when you're going to be watching it. Maybe you're going to be live right now viewing this. Let me check those on Instagram. Okay. So we are live on Instagram and we are live on YouTube. We are live also right here on Facebook. Okay, so this is the Relationship Academy. And my name is Ndu David. If this is the first time you're joining the Relationship Academy, I welcome you. If you're going to be rewatching this, maybe you're going to be viewing this long after it has been done, that's also very beautiful. You are welcome. Yeah, so today at the Relationship Academy, I want to be sharing something that you really love to hear, that will really be a blessing to you. Yeah, so I don't know who's going to come online today. Who's going to be seeing this video after now, but I want this to be an encouragement to you. I really want this to be a blessing to you. Because, see, there's so much happening out there. Many people are fighting battles that they don't even know about in their marriages, in their relationships. They're just fighting blindly these battles and not even knowing how to make progress from it. And they feel overwhelmed, who feel really depressed. Relationships are breaking down, even relationships of Christian people who, I think, in my opinion, should be setting the standard, should be leading the way, should give an example, let people know that marriage can be done differently. But relationships of even married people, of even Christian married people, are breaking down daily. So I just want to bring this word of encouragement to everyone who is in a relationship right now. So you see, the success or failure of any marriage, of any relationship, of any venture begins in the mind. It begins in the mind. And that is why Proverbs chapter 4 verse 23 says something. It says, that's reading from the NLT, it says, guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. Now see, the truth is, you're supposed to guard everything that God has given you. God does not give us things to lose. God gives us things to keep, gives us things to multiply, gives us things to grow. So it says, guard your heart above all else. That means there are many other things that you should be guarding. You should guard your life. You should be guarding your marriage. You should guard your family, your relationship, your business, your finances. You should guard you cannot just let your family go down the drain. You should guard your marriage. You should guard your business. You should guard your finances. Everything you got, you should be particular about guarding them, about taking care of them, about making sure that they are going to be a blessing to yourself and to the world around you. Make sure that they are going to grow, right? So guard your heart. Above all these things, you should be guarding your heart. This is the reason. If you guard everything else and you don't guard your heart, guess what happens? You're going to lose everything else, because your heart determines the course of your life. Your heart determines the course of your marriage. Your heart determines the course of your business. Your heart determines the course of your family. So you should be guarding your heart above everything else. The Message Bible version of that scripture says, keep vigilant watch over your heart. So you should be keeping vigilant watch over your heart. Why? He said, that's where life starts. That's where life starts. That's where marriage starts. Marriage begins in the heart. Love begins in the heart. And so does hate. Hate also begins in the heart. So before you said I do, before you even began to talk to that person and you begin to think that, okay, maybe we are going to work out together, it began in your heart. Something told you that this person likes me. Maybe I like him. Maybe I like her. Maybe I should just say hello to this person. Right? You didn't just wake up and find yourself married. No, it began in your heart. And also, hate also begins in the heart, also starts in the heart. Divorce starts in the heart. Separation starts in the heart. In fact, right now, in some people's hearts, they are already divorced, even though they are still living with their spouse. They're already divorced. So, some people are divorced in their hearts for like 3 years before there's an actual divorce. For 3 years, they've been disconnected. They've just been waiting for a very good time to break the news or to just break out and say, I'm not doing this anymore. But it began where? In their hearts. In their hearts, they have already been divorced like 3 years ago. So everything begins in your heart. Life starts in your heart. And that's more reason you have to guard your heart. Because if you can win the battle in your heart, if you can win the battle in your mind, then you can win everywhere. But guess what? If you lose the battle in your mind, then you have lost the battle everywhere else. That's the truth. If you can lose the battle in your mind, then you have actually lost the battle. And this is what I don't know. I don't like saying this to the devil. I don't like saying this to the devil. Because sometimes we want to attribute everything to the devil. Yes, it's the work of the devil. Yes, there's a devil, and he comes only but to kill, to steal, and to destroy. But sometimes the devil is lying to us. Other times, it's not the devil, it's our insecurities, it's our deep-seated fears coming from our past lives, things that has happened to us before now in our childhood, insecurities that we have picked up and that we have lived with till this time. The person you're married to may not even know that these insecurities exist in your heart. The person you're married to may not even know that you have these fears that has been lurking somewhere in your heart. You don't even know. So your mind is lying to you, your insecurities are lying to you, your fears are lying to you, and the devil is lying to you because he's the father of all lies. So today I really want to talk about 5 lies that married people listen to. I don't know if these lies also come to your heart, but they come to my heart sometimes. Just see that these fears will just come to your heart, and if you cannot stop them from coming. That's the truth. You cannot stop these fears from coming to your heart. They will come. You just sit down and a thought will just cross your mind. You can't stop it, but you can choose not to dwell on them. You can choose not to let them live in your heart. You can choose to cast them out by the truth. You can choose to talk to your partner to get clarity about these things, to be sure, so that you don't assume what does not exist to be true. Because many times things begin to break up when we fail to have that communication, when we fail to talk about it, when we fail to say, okay, this is how I'm feeling, this is the fear in my heart right now, this is what I'm thinking right now, this is the lies that the devil is telling me right now, maybe because of the situations we found ourselves, because of the circumstances, because of the fear, because of my insecurities, this is what is going on in my heart right now. So your partner will just be there thinking that he is married to you, thinking that she is married to you, thinking that you are both on the same path, but the devil is lying to you all the while. And sometimes the devil is lying to your partner all the while, and you don't even know. You think that you're together, but there is so much lies going on in the heart of your partner from the devil, from circumstances, from situations that you both found yourself, from mistakes that you have both made, from insecurities that have been in their heart for a very long time, from fears that you both have. So, number one fear, the one lie that comes to the heart of married people that I've had to talk with, that comes to my mind sometimes. So I want to put myself under the bus right now. This, maybe it doesn't come to you, but these are the lies that play in my head sometimes. Sometimes you see someone will just begin to think in their heart that my husband does not love me. if my husband does not love me, or can I say, my wife does not respect me? Who told you that he does not love you? Who told you that she does not respect you? Who told you? Sometimes it's the man that is feeling like my wife does not love me. This is my wife. Other times it's the woman that is feeling like my husband does not respect me. But what makes you think that the person you're married to does not love you? What makes you think that the person you're married to does not respect you? So, are they wicked? Did someone just choose to be wicked in the middle of a marriage? Because there are about 8 billion people in the world. And out of these 8 billion people, I choose to marry you. Why? Why will I want to jeopardize my life? Why will I want to leave all my choices, all my chances at getting married, and I choose that it should be you? Why? Okay, maybe there is something about you that every other person does not have, and I just want to be a gold digger. Yeah, I know that there are people who are gold digger, there are people who are very selfish. They get married for selfish reasons, but that's the exception, not the norm. So if this person went through every process that it takes, especially in the African context. No, in the African context, it takes a lot for a man to say, I want to get married, and he has to pay bride price, he has to go see the family. Sometimes you have to turn him down, say, go and left for me. First time I went to see my father-in-law, he had to send me away. He said, yeah, I should go and get my dad. So because in the African setting, when you want to get married, you don't want to see the young man, they want to see the parents, they want to see older persons, because this is just how we do marriage in our culture. Marriage is, in our culture, is 2 families coming together, not necessarily one man and one woman coming together. Because many times, even when it seems like the marriage wants to crumble, it's these older ones who are more experienced about marriage that will come together and say, no, we can't let this happen. You talk to your son, I talk to my daughter. Let's just talk to these persons and see how we can help them navigate this the season of their marriage. And it really works. It really helps African marriages, right? Good. So this person goes through all the processes that are prescribed by culture, by tradition, to marry you, and you think he doesn't love you. He wants to go through all that just so that he's going to divorce you at some point. He's going to have a messy marriage. No, nobody sets out wanting to have a messy marriage. If he got married to you, she decided to get married to you, it's because he or she loves you. Most of the time, it's because they love you. Yes, people get things wrong. People make mistakes. People go through phases in their life, in their marriages, and these lies come up in their heart to say, oh, he does not love me, she does not love me. Who says that? Why not talk about this? And sometimes you're feeling this, that he does not love you, that she does not love you, and you don't even talk about it. You just keep quiet about it, and you just keep on going on in your heart that this person does not love you. Why is it that way? Why not talk about it? Maybe if you talk about it, you're going to get clarifications. Like if Hamajisi comes to me now and starts telling me that I'm feeling like you don't love me, I say, why? Why will you feel like I don't love you? Because I love her. I want to reassure her. I want to let her know that I really do love her. I want to let her know that I really do respect her. But sometimes these lies just come up and we dwell on them, and the only way you can confront a lie is with the truth. For you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Where is the truth? The truth is where you should get it. You should bring up these conversations. Talk to your husband, talk to your wife. I'm feeling like you don't respect me anymore. And most probably they're going to clarify that and say, no, it doesn't mean I don't respect you, but this is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to communicate. It doesn't mean I don't respect you. And that will be a really big blessing for your marriage. So the next line I want to talk about is, sometimes people just sit down and in their heart they are thinking, I am in a bad marriage. I married the wrong husband. This is actually one of the first lies that come to the heart of married people when they just get married. So I usually used to joke when I teach, and I say that if you are going to get married and you find out on your way that you don't have a shock absorber. You better let the marriage wait, go back and get a shock absorber. So I say that because when you get married, you're going to find things that you never knew existed. Because marriage takes away all the formalities. Now you begin to see a part of her that you never knew existed. You begin to see a part of him that you never knew existed. I don't care how long you've been dating. You can be dating for 15 years. But on your first day of marriage, it's a totally different ball game. I don't care if you've been cohabiting. When you get married, once that knot is tied, once that there is that assurance of continuity, it's a different ballgame. You begin to see a part of them that you never knew existed. You begin to see a part of her that you never knew existed. Now you know that he doesn't have his bag before he sleeps, and he doesn't care about it. This was one area where Majesty just could not understand why a man should not have his bath before he comes to bed, and he wants to come and touch her with dirty bodies. For me, I'm not dirty. Yes, I went to work and I feel I'm clean. I came back and I want to sleep. And you're telling me that I'm dirty. I'm not dirty. I've lived this way all my life and I've not died. So why should I have my partner because I got married? So you begin to see a part of you. You begin to see how they react to things spontaneously, because many times, maybe every time you've seen them, they are always very calculated, very organized. Now I see that they are not as organized. Even in their speech, they are not as prim and proper as they appear. Now you begin to see the woman's face without makeup, like, right? Life and direct, this is looking at you and you are looking at it. So someone begins to feel like, I've made a mistake. Maybe marriage is scam. Maybe I'm in a wrong marriage. If I've married the other guy, maybe if I've married the other woman, maybe my life would have been better. That is a lie from the pit of hell. Because even if you marry the other person, you're still going to feel like maybe if you've married this one. So the point is, you're already in this marriage. You and yours will have to work out this marriage, and your marriage will work. Your marriage can work. If you both can sit down and talk about this, you're both adults. Your mind is built to solve problems, no matter how complex those problems are. So when you sit with your partner and you both have this conversation and say, okay, this is where we are now. Be sincere with yourselves about this is where we are now in our marriage. So how do we move forward from here? You can both talk about this and find a way forward for your marriage. Find a way forward for your relationship. Yes, you can both do that. So refuse to believe that lie that you are in a bad marriage, that you married the wrong person, that you are that you married the wrong person. Refuse to believe that lie, because the devil is going to come at you with this lie. Circumstances are going to come at you with this lie. Situations are going to come at you with this lie. Your insecurities are going to tell you these lies. Your fears will tell you these lies. But I believe that you will refuse to accept these lies to be true. You marry the right person. You married exactly who you should marry. You are in the right marriage, and you can talk these things over. Next lie is that nobody must know about my struggles. This is one lie that culture has told our people. This is one lie that our fears have told us. Maybe if they know that I'm going through a difficult marriage, they will no longer respect me. Maybe if they know that I'm going through a difficult marriage, they will no longer see me as a pastor. They will no longer want to listen to me. They will no longer want to, we just have these things playing in our heads. Sometimes it comes to me, because if people hear today that David has a failed marriage, then I'm no longer qualified to teach them marriage. That is the world that we live in. So it puts me in a place where even if I'm going through a struggle in my marriage, I'm trying to pretend like it's not true. I'm trying to pretend like my marriage is working. We come to Facebook, come to Instagram, we take pictures, we put it out there, and and we just want to feel like, yes, our marriage is working. But deep down, you know when your marriage is not working. And even in church, some people are taught that never allow any third party to come into your marriage. Every area of your life, you're not supposed to be isolated. Man, it is not good for man to be alone. It's not also good for your marriage to be alone. Because whether you like it or not, your marriage is immersed in a culture. Your marriage is being influenced by other marriages. Whether you like it or not, your marriage is being influenced by other marriages. That it's being influenced by other marriages of the people you follow, marriages of the people you pay attention to, marriages of the celebrities that you love, your idols. Your marriage is being influenced by their marriage, because whatever you see them do begins to play out in your heart, and you begin to manifest them in your marriage. So your marriage is being influenced, whether you like it or not. There are already third parties in your marriage. All I'm saying is that you have to be intentional about the third parties that you allow in your marriage. You have to be intentional. Say, okay, this is someone that I want to be accountable to. This is a couple that we want to be accountable to. This is a church family. This is a social family that we want to connect with, and we believe that they are mature enough, spiritually mature enough, physically mature enough, financially mature enough, and mentally mature enough to understand how marriage should go. And they may not even be people who are really bigger than you are. They may be younger families. They may be marriages, families that got married at the same time you got married. They may be beautiful, older people, more mature persons who have gone through the phase of marriage that you are in right now, that you can confide in, that you can share with. So there are things that I'm struggling with in my marriage right now. I may not want to talk about it. I will not come on Facebook and say, okay, this is what I'm struggling with. I may not want to come on, I may not want to share it with you, but there are people who know about it all. And they offer support. Because the idea is that you can be supported through life. In every, just the way you need associates in your business, you need mentors in your business, you need coaches in your business, you also need associates in your marriage. You need accountability partners in your marriage. You need mentors in your marriage. You need coaches in your marriage. You need teachers in your marriage. So people believe that every area of life they may need coaches, but except in their marriage. So a party must not know. Whatever is happening in the marriage, they lock it up. And they are struggling with it, and they are crumbling under the weight of it. They just think it's not necessary to share it. But it's necessary. You should be ready to share it. Right? Okay, good. That's the third lie that married people listen to. Then there is another lie that married people listen to, and that is everything is on me. Everything is on me. I've just been the one carrying the family. Have you ever been at that point where you or your partner think that everything is on them? I've been the one carrying the family. Without me, the family would have died. Family would have crumbled. But many times it's not so. Many times it's actually not so. But these lies play out in your head. Maybe because you have always been someone who is forward. Days ago I was talking with Her Majesty, and she was telling me something which is really true. The person you are married to, your spouse, is usually the one who tells you the truth about so many areas of your life that you're not ready to admit. Because this is someone who sees you as you are. You can't pretend around your wife, you can't pretend around your husband, so they see you as you are. And she was telling me, you worry about everything. You worry about everything. You're worried about today's finances, tomorrow's finances. You're worried about children's school fees. You're worried about everything. And I was telling her that you don't worry about anything. You're not bothered. The school fees are getting due. She's not bothered. Rent is getting due. My wife is not bothered. She just relaxed through it all. And I'm wondering, how can you be so calm when it seems like we are drowning? For me, I'm thinking about our finances for the next 10 years. I'm already thinking about our kids, how they're going to pay their university tuition. But I think there's just this law of natural selection. There's just a way that marriages are picked, that one person can be on this side and the other person is on the other side. For some people, it's the reason that they are arguing in their marriages every day. But it should actually be the reason that they should be together. Because while one person is worrying about this, the other person will be able to give the family balance. And while this one is not, just imagine that Her Majesty and myself, my wife and myself, we're both always worried about this. We have a very worrisome marriage, right? But just imagine that we are both so relaxed about things. Maybe we're not going to move forward. We're not going to achieve the things that we have been able to achieve. So while one person is pushing extremely forward, the other person is saying, no, we can actually take this piecemeal by piecemeal. We can actually go slowly. We can still achieve everything we want to achieve if we don't be in this level of rush. So someone is just feeling like everything is on me. Everything is on me. The weight of the family is crushing on me. And why are they thinking that? Why is this person thinking this way? Many times it's because generally it's really very easy to see your own contribution to any venture, to family, to in your office. It's always very easy to see your own contribution. It's always very easy. And our mind tend to amplify our contribution and magnify the contribution of others. So because you've been the one earning, you've been the one providing money in the family, it amplifies and you begin to feel like providing money in the family is everything. You're the one earning better, so this is everything. And because your spouse is not earning as much as you're earning, you begin to feel like they're not contributing anything. Let them go out there and work. Let them make more money. Let them make money like me. But they could just be contributing as much as you're contributing. Maybe not financially. Maybe they're the ones available to take care of the kids. Maybe they're available to do other things that you may not even be available to do. And they have been a big blessing to your family. Without them, you will not even have the mental balance to make all the money that you're making. And this is really very beautiful. This is exactly how it should be. That if I am very good in this area, you should be good in this area. Sometimes it is the person who is at home taking care of the kids that is feeling overwhelmed, like everything is just on me. Maybe if I wasn't in this marriage, maybe I would have done my master's, I would have done my PhD. Maybe I would have been making more money if I didn't have these 3 kids. You're just feeling overwhelmed, like everything is on me. And because you're feeling that way, you can run into depression. But really, if you can see that and pause and think about it, okay, what if you are doing your best right now and you are providing all this? What if that is the reason God is blessing you that much? What if that is the reason you have all the money you have, all the access you have, all the opportunities you have? What if everything you are given is given for such a time like this? What if what you are contributing right now is what you should be contributing? Will you not be happy that you are able to make these contributions? Will you rather be at a point where you're incapacitated and you're not able to make these contributions? Will you be happy that you're not able to make these contributions? Everything is not on you. Everything is not on you. I know Jesus said something. He said, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." You can have rest even while you are at work. Your mind can be at rest when you stop thinking that everything is on you, and without you, the family is going to die. If you die today, the family will continue. That's the truth. If you die today, nobody will die with you. The family will continue. You may think that they are going to sink, they are going to die, everything is going to crumble. No. If you're no longer here, God will find a way. The universe will navigate things to your family and they are going to live. So stop thinking that everything is on you. Stop thinking that without you, your husband is going to die. Without you, your wife is going to crumble. She can. He can. Let's just believe that you were created, you were born, you were blessed for such a time like this. So you should be happy that you are able to contribute this much. You should be happy that you're able to contribute this much. Now, I'm not encouraging a spouse to just be lethargic about life and just sit down and refuse to contribute. There are men who even be at home. The wife is working, earning all the money. They're not doing anything. They will not even help her to keep the home. So she goes to work, she comes back, she cleans the house, she takes care of the kids, she bets them, she cooks the food while she prepares the meal while you are still there watching TV. And at the end of the day, she serves you the food you eat. In the night you come, you want to disturb her all through the night. Then in the morning you're still asking her for money to go out and see your friends. Wow. That's very insensitive. That's really insensitive. Whether it is coming from a man or from a woman, that's really super insensitive for someone to live. But what I'm saying is, you should also be able to appreciate the contributions of your partner, no matter how little they are. Because really, your mind has a way of amplifying your contributions and minifying the contribution of others. Even in your family, your mind has a way of amplifying your contributions. You see your contributions so well, you see what you're contributing so well, so magnified, so beautiful. Then it nullifies the contribution of anyone else, including your spouse. So you should take note of that and know that whatever you feel like your spouse is contributing, just 10x it. 10x it. Because that is really what it is. Then the last, but not the least, I want to share today that my people listening to is, my people believe that things will never change. Things will always remain this way. That's a lie. The world is evolving and things can really change. Nobody knew that COVID-19 was going to come and rock the world. Nobody saw it coming. I don't know. Maybe some people saw it coming. That's talking about the conspiracy theorists who believe that these things were planned. People really sat down and created a virus to destroy the world. And I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. And really, I just want to leave. Yes. But many people believe that things will always remain this way. We will always not have money. We will always be broke. Life is not going to change. Life will remain this way. My wife will never get a job. My husband will never get a job. We will always live in this one-room apartment. Life keeps evolving. So many beautiful things are going to happen in your family, in your marriage. Your life is going to keep on improving. Said the path of the just is like a shining light, shines more and more onto the perfect day. So you will never have a better yesterday. Your life can still keep on improving. But many times things also turn the other way around. You may be the one making all the money now and your spouse is making nothing. And you're tempted to believe that it will always be this way. I will always have money and she will always not have money. Or I will always be the breadwinner and he will not have as much money as I do. So you believe you can just behave anyhow, you can do whatever you want to do because life is never going to change. Then suddenly something happens and you're no longer making as much money as you were making. And now they are the ones who are making all the money. I've seen families turn around in that way. So now what do? All the while you were making this money, you did not invest in the heart of your wife. You did not invest in the heart of your husband. You made your husband feel like trash because he was not making as much money as you were making. Then now suddenly you don't have that money anymore as a man or as a woman. And because you have attached your self-esteem to being the one earning more in the family, it's no longer business as usual for you. Now you want to run into depression. Now you feel like someone is doing to you what you did to them years ago. Life may never remain the way it is. Life is going to get better for your family. But sometimes life also takes a nosedive. So live in the conscience of the fact that life may never remain the same. Your marriage may never remain the same. Your spouse may never be at your feet crawling at all times begging you. Sometimes they grow. Sometimes you can be at a point where you've been so unkind to them that they just begin to develop their life without a consciousness of you in their mind. So they've already left you in their hearts a long time ago. Life will never remain the same. Life keeps evolving. So it's a lie to believe that we are always going to be without car. No, when we got married and we moved into our first paid apartment, we never saw where we are right now in the picture. Yeah, we knew that God was going to bless us and we're going to get better, we're going to do bigger things. But we didn't see it all play out. So it's a lie that life is going to remain the same. Life is going to keep on changing, and I believe it's going to keep on changing for the good for you. Let me just share everything once more. Number one, I shared that married people believe that married people listen to lies that my husband does not love me, my wife does not love me, my husband does not respect me, my wife does not respect me. So, but I also want you to know that these lies exist. You may think that it's only in your heart, but also plays in the heart of your spouse. Yes, sometimes. So if you know that it is possible that there will be a lie going on in the heart of your wife that you don't love her, that's more reason you should be able to tell her all the time that you love her. That's the reason you should be able to tell him all the time that you respect him. Let him know that you respect him. Let her know that you love her, and vice versa. So number two, I talked about that I am in a bad marriage. I married the wrong person. These lies exist, and they exist in the heart of your spouse. So you should be able to prove them wrong and let them know that they married the right person. Nobody must know about our struggles. No, someone can know about your struggles. You can talk to professionals, you can talk to mature singles, you can talk to mature married people who know better than you do. Some of them may not even know better than you do, but as you have conversations, your mind opens and you begin to see that avenues through which you can improve your marriage. Then everything is on me. Everything is not on you. For me, everything is not on me. Everything is on God. My marriage belongs to God. My family belongs to God. And He is helping us overcome every challenge we have to face. Then the last is that things will never change. Things are going to change for good for you. I strongly believe that things are going to change for good for you. Your marriage is going to keep on moving forward because the path of it, just like a shining light, shines more and more onto the perfect day. You're blessed and your marriage is blessed. So these lies are not going to live in your heart. You're going to overcome them. Whenever they come, you're going to put them away. And life is going to keep on getting better. Your marriage will win. Okay, so if you have seen this video, what do you think about it? Share with me in the comment section. I want to hear from you. Oh, I have some comments. Maybe I'll just check out my comments. Oh, wow, this has been my brother Abibo all the while. Marriage begins in the heart. That's true. If you, okay, that's my brother Abibo said, marriage begins in the heart, and that's really very true. And it says also that if you can win the battle in your mind, you have won the battle. That's true. If you can win the battle in your mind, then you have won the battle. Also, it says sometimes it's our fears and our insecurities that destroy our marriage. That is very true. You know, love and fear cannot exist in the same heart. Love and fear. It says perfect fear, perfect love casts away. They say there is no fear in love, because perfect love casts away fear. When you're in love, you cannot be afraid. And when you're afraid, you cannot be in love. It's not possible. They can't coexist. Yeah. So 5 lies that comes to the heart of married people. That's true. And you can't stop the lies from coming, but you can choose what to do when they come. Wow, my brother people followed all through. Then the lie number 1 is my spouse does not love me, or my spouse does not respect me. Oh, that's really beautiful. That's really, really beautiful. Thank you so much, my brother Abibu. I think we should have a session together. Maybe we should just plan something and have a session together. Abibu Berepele is, I don't know how to describe him, because giving him just one heart is not going to describe him enough. But I'll tell you that he is one of the most profound teachers I've I've had to work with, and I'm really grateful that I have him as a friend. His the inspirations that God put in his heart, the things that he says sometimes are things that we are going to begin to experience in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years. So he's a team coach. He's a marriage mentor, certified, and he does so much for our world. He does so much for our world. I am going to see him probably next month, and we can work out how 2023 is going to be, because I would really want to do so much with him in 2023. But he's a very busy person. I don't know how we're going to work out all that, but God is going to help us in Jesus' name. Amen. So thank you so much for coming live with me today, and I hope to see you next time we have Relationship Academy. Okay, for now, bye. Love you. Your marriage will win. Good, I'm ending this now. On Facebook and YouTube, I'm ending this. And on Instagram, I will also be ending this. Okay, bye, Instagram. How do I end this? Okay, end video. Good. No, don't discard.